What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Usa, and today, as you can see, I've already gotten started, but I am working on my accent wall in my dining room. And I did this last weekend is when I painted the wall, but I have these panels of wood. They're all 7 feet long. I bought this miter box and saw so that way I could cut them at a 45-degree angle, because the guys at Home Depot, they said they don't have the tool to be able to cut it at a 45-degree angle so that they can all, you know, fit together. So I have this, and since this is virgin wood, I have primer as well, and then also the rest of the paint over there so that I can paint this now. Unfortunately, I can't go outside and cut the wood because it's like raining. Not like raining, it is raining. So I have to cut all of this inside. So let's just go ahead and get started. Here is what we have so far. This is everything outlined, so as you guys can see, you can kind of get a better idea of the 3 different panels that will be there. I put the tape on the outside, if that makes sense, so the wood panels will actually be on the inside of where those lines are, not exactly where they are. So we have a foot between here, between the wall and the first panel, and then 34 inches, 64 inches, and then it's 6 inches in between each panel. So it's 6 inches between here, 6 inches between here, and then another 34-inch here. So these panels are 7 feet tall. So for the majority of them, well, for 6 of them at least, this is about the right height for the wall. So all I have to do is just cut like the 45-degree angle off of the edge here. So that'll be pretty easy for 6 of them, but then the other ones I'll have to cut so that they can fit the 34 inches here, and then the 64 inches here, and then 34 again here. So I'll need 4 that are 34 inches, 2 that are 64 inches, and then all the rest of these will be, I think it's 80 something inches. Let me see. These will be 83 inches tall. So this is the the diagram that I drew out. So as you can see, kind of is the same as what we have up on here. This just has like all of the dimensions, all of the measurements and everything like that. So yeah, it's coming to life. Now I have all of them cut, like every single piece I need, I have it cut. And what I realized is I am going to have to go and get a sand, something to sand these with, because even just like the edges of them are a little rough and they need to be sanded. And then some of them aren't as smooth. So I was like, well, I might as well just go ahead and go and sand everything. So So all the other ones fit together perfectly except for this one. I don't know. I don't know what happened that I got that big of a gap. That's like maybe 2.5 inches of a gap. I don't know how I was off that much. Either this one is too short or this one is too long. So I'm gonna measure them again and then see if I need to either cut this one or maybe add some add an extra piece to that one. But luckily I have this spackle and nail hole filler, so I can use this to kind of like, you know, glue, well, not necessarily glue, but like once I add that extra piece there, if this is too short, once I add that extra piece, I can just use this to kind of like smooth out the line so that it looks like it's one piece and not two pieces. So hopefully this works out. I don't know how, I don't know what the hell was going on where I cut. I don't know, I need to measure this. That's what I need to do. I need to measure this and see what happened here. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened, because one piece is like 85 inches and then the other one is like 81 inches. And they're both supposed to be 83 inches. I don't understand what the hell I was doing that I was off by that much. But it's not a big deal. I can fix it. I'm just going to cut some extra on this side and then just add it to the other side. And that's how we're going to do that. Okay, so I went ahead and added in this extra piece. That's just going to have to fit together, and then I'll use the bond, or the, what's this stuff called? The stuff I showed y'all earlier. I'll use that on these parts to like, and then I'll sand it out so that it's smooth. And I'll have to do that in every corner anyway. So I think for this one, I'll use this one over here for this panel, so that way it'll be like down there in that corner and nobody will really, you know, see it or anything. So I think it'll be fine. But I went ahead and cut this side, and what's crazy is this piece that I cut off is almost the right size for this. It's like a little bit bigger, but it's like I cut that one the same length that I needed to cut or add to this one almost. So it's like a little bit off, but all right. So now that I know that everything fits together and like everything is the right size, the right cut and everything, I feel good, because again, girl, I'm doing this shit all by myself. I'm just like learning so much as I'm going along with everything, and it's just, you know, it's been a whole learning experience. This almost year of owning this house has definitely been a learning experience. But I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, so new day. I have on different clothes, but what? Okay, so went back to Home Depot today. New people there, and they were like, you don't need a staple gun for this, you could just use a hammer. And they were like, well, because the staples that go into a staple gun, or not the staples, a nail gun, you don't need a nail gun, because these are the type of nails, these finishing nails, these are the type of nails that is supposed to be used with this kind of wood. And the guy, the staple, why do I keep saying staple? The nail gun comes with specific nails that fit into the nail gun for it to come out. But the nails are $40. So everybody on the internet talking about this stuff is so cheap to do by yourself. $40 for some nails? That's a lot of money. So the guy was like, you don't need to buy this thing of 40, because it had like 2,000 nails in it. He was like, you're never going to use all of these nails. And I was like, I'm not, because after this is the only time I'm doing this. If I do this anywhere else in my house, I'm just gonna hire somebody to do this. But it's a learning process, and that's the whole purpose of this new house, is to learn how to do certain things and get new skills. But anyway, so what I did to get this up here, I haven't nailed anything in actually. I just used this double-sided tape. It's Gorilla. Is it Gorilla? Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. It is Scotch tape, or Scotch mount, double-sided mounting tape, interior. Can hold up to 15 pounds. Of course, these are not even 5 pounds maybe, but I just cut off a little bit, 2 pieces. I put one at the top, one at the bottom, and put it up here just to make sure, you know, that it's gonna fit correctly. And also it will hold it while I'm nailing the items into, nailing the things into the wall. now that I have everything hammered in, all of the nails have been hammered in, I realize this is not the best wood because the wood splits. If you guys can tell, like right here is splitting from when I'm like hammering it into the wall. So like up there is splitting too. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that I have the spackle, because I'm just gonna have to fill all of that stuff in, but then it's just creating more work because now I have to fill those spaces in as well and sand those and then paint. So it's just taking a little bit longer than I want it to take. Anyway, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start to spackle the holes. But I think what I'm gonna do while I'm waiting for this stuff to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting the wine racks together and then measuring out like where I want them to be. So that way, while this is drying, I can go ahead and put that up and then I'll just paint around it and then we'll be done for now, okay? The wall is painted and we have the frames put up, the only thing left to do is to decorate. So I was trying to figure out a way that I could display my alcohol in a more, I don't know, elegant way. I usually have it just sitting on my counter. Like I have this little thing that I got from Target and I usually have it sitting there. But I wanted to get something that I could incorporate onto this wall. So I went on Amazon and I found these wine racks that you could attach to the wall. It holds up to 9 wines at a time and it's pretty good priced. It's like between $25 and $35. So it's a pretty good deal. I got 2 of them for both of the end panels and I feel like it just looks so good. I wanted to try to find a way to elevate the wall even more. So I found these picture lights, and although they are supposed to go above pictures, I did feel like it would look really nice going over the wine racks as well. So I decided to add it there. For the middle column, I decided that I wanted to put a piece of artwork. I originally wanted to get a really big piece of artwork and fill up like the whole column, but it was way too expensive. So I decided to just find something that was a little bit smaller. The canvas size that I was looking for was even expensive too. So I ended up just getting a canvas that was already painted on. I think I got it from Wayfair and it was about like $100 and something, and I just painted over it. I filmed a whole video on how I made this, but I just don't know what happened to the footage. But anyway, here is the completed and final accent wall. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned from some of the mistakes that I made. I'm going to put the type of wood that I use down in the description as well, so that way y'all will know not to buy it. And I will also put everything that I used to complete this project down below as well. I love you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!